Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, part two, since it just cut off for me for some odd reason. Yeah, K. Logan, the definition of bitter and jealousy. I'm gonna give it a few minutes to wait to see some people come on. So weird. Okay, we got one person. Delametics. Part of me wants to drink right now. The other part of me is like, it's not a good idea because I'm still getting over being sick, but like, I'm so angry that my live stream just cut off on me. All because my goddamn laptop decided now was the perfect time to update. And there's no see the sad thing is that there's no option where I could delay it. So, and if I ignore it, then it's just going to drain the battery. That's the problem. So I knew that was going to wind up happening. I I think I can have one glass. I'm going to have one glass. I shouldn't, but I'm going to do it. It's not that I put my goddamn phone into a wall, and I don't want to do that. So I'm still here. I'm going to go get it. It's going to be a huge drink. But yes, we are back. We are back. Oof. Yeah, I can definitely see myself overdoing that. Anyway, um, yeah, I don't. That's another thing, Tommy. I don't get that. I don't really understand why those two are working so hard to try to get back in Victor's good graces. Victor's good graces. This is. Let me put on some music. I'm still busy about that. He does, and that's kind of what makes his character fun. But at the same time, it's like I just don't really understand why they're working so overtime to like Michael. Honestly, tell you the truth, you can get you can get another client, okay? And what is Victor actually going to do? How is Victor going to sit there and stop you from seeing your family? Like none of that makes sense. But see, the thing is, yep, that's right. We are back. We are back, Susan. Shouldn't have to leave in the first place, but here we are because this fucking laptop decided, I'm just gonna be an annoying pain in the ass and make sure that you do what I say or else. Yeah, Dolmex, I'm so pissed off, but I'm sorry, Dolmex. It was just annoying. Gorgeous Queen Jess, what's good, love? That's why I bring out the wine, but I'm not gonna have too much of it though. As much as I, oh Lord, as much as I want to. Thank you, Susan. Um, Tommy is Team Jack. It's just one of those things where it's like it didn't need to happen. And that's the thing, though, Max. I felt like since this morning I woke up, it's like I've been so behind on order. So it's like, in all reality, I literally finished the last soap opera at 7:40. 7:40. My goal is generally to try to finish it at 4 o'clock, and I didn't finish it till like 7:40, and that's after the conversation I had with my dad. But yeah, Ed, no, it's. Thank you for coming back. Yeah, Ed, I don't know what the hell Laura's doing at this point. Like, I really do not understand this chick. I don't understand her at all. Um, yeah, thank you, Dolmex. I'm trying. I'm trying. I think hopefully tomorrow I'll start to feel a little bit more better because I really overslept. Like honestly, tell you the truth, Dolmex, it's bad when it's like my goal for my wake up time is like 11. Um, for some odd reason I got up at 12. I got up at 12, and I think that's where everything started to go downhill. And what I should have did is I should have watched The Young and the Restless the night before, and then all I had to do was just watch days. But a little bit, Dolmex, a little bit. I mean, it's not as bad as yesterday, though. Thank God it's not as bad. It's right, Jonathan. I'm back. Yesterday was worse. Ooh, that conversation yesterday was also went tits up. I mean, Jesus Christ. I think that was something else that was kind of lingering over my head when I woke up. I was like, it's like I knew that I hadn't slept in a while, and I was just like, maybe that's what it was. But that conversation yesterday, oof, was some dark shit. Thank you, Lakeisha. Yes, make sure you hit that like button because it really does help. I'm about to hit the like button too, as you know. Oh joy, I gotta hear my own voice. This is awesome. Okay, so we got 11. Okay, we got 12 likes, so we're getting up there. How do you people listen to me, by the way? Dolometics. I think that was probably for the best. I think that was kind of for the best. Let's just sit there and say certain people said things that I'm still just like, wow. It was alarming. It was alarming. Sometimes it just makes me wonder. I'm not even gonna finish that sentence. Gemini says, "Take Katie is a typical Logan. Always wants someone when Always want someone when someone else has them. Hello, Hope wants Finn. Donna cheated with Eric while married to Stephanie, and Brooke, well, their life is too short. This life is too short for her list. Darby says, Albert, why is it you the only one here who doesn't like the hair? Um, Darby says, why is it you're the only one here who doesn't like to hear his own voice? It's just weird. It's just weird, Darby. I think some creators feel like that. Like DC feels that way. It's just weird hearing your own voice. I don't know what it is. It's just weird hearing your own voice. Tommy says, I like Adam. I just wish they treat him nice and respectful. I'm tired, Nikki and I'm tired. Nikki and Victoria treat him like crap. Yeah, apparently that's been like the running joke for a while before I started watching the show. Belmedic says, I hate the sound of my own voice. I still can't fully watch our collab. Oh, that was such a good collab, though. That was such a good collab, though. My friend even. I think it's just more of a creator's thing, though. That's just what it is, Darby. If you made a video and you heard your own voice, I don't know if you would find it weird, but um it was a good video though, Max. It was a good. I do get it on some level though, but you want to hate. I hate hearing my own voice. Yeah, it's just a weird thing. It's a weird thing. Um, yep, that's what I was gonna get. My whole thing is like Brooke was sitting there asking her because I'm like, just be real. Like you keep sitting there saying, "Oh, he's good with his hands," and he gave me a massage, and Brooke was like, "Wait, what?" Next week, okay, Kevin. Yeah, when she said that he gave her a massage, she was like, "What?" Domek says, "I even cringe when I hear my own voice as the outgoing message at my job." Yeah, yeah, I get it. I'm glad you get it though. Darby says you can find my voice grating, annoying, Albert. Jess says rightfully so. Rightfully so. What, Jess? I'm very curious about that sentence. What do you mean by that sentence? Cherie says, "What's good, Cherie? I think a lot of people feel that way, and science says because you sound different to yourself recording than vibrations in your throat. I'm from the '80s, even recording." Cherie says, "I'm sure a lot of soap actors don't even care to watch themselves." Makes sense. '80s, even recording voicemails sound weird. No, actually, I like your voice, Cherie. I told you that multiple times that you have a very beautiful voice. But you know that though. Tommy says Hope wants Finn now. Finn is married to Stephanie. Yeah, that doesn't matter to Hope, though. The whole thing is, I'll put it this way, Tommy. Hope had no problem wrecking her own marriage. So she is damn sure not going to have a problem wrecking somebody else's marriage. And the way the way she'll sit there and justify it is, oh well, Stephanie tried to wreck my career, which really wasn't true. It was your line that wasn't performing good. Sheree says if I listen to myself record, I don't care for how I sound. No, I get it, but for other people, they hear it. You have a nice voice. Jay Blue, when Jason returns to PC, John went to Carly, Liz, and Drew, right? Did he ever interrogate Sam since he had Yes, and that's the thing, Jay Blue. Yesterday's episode, when he was sitting there talking to Sam, like, how did you not know who she was? How did you not know who Sam was? Like, that made no sense whatsoever. Darby says, I can't tell you how many times I've told operators, is that my voice? But Darby, I got to sit there and hear your voice one day then. I got to hear your voice. I hope so. But the problem with Darby, oh, trust me, Jay Blue, I said that in my review. Oh, of course, LaShanta, she's hard headed. I mean, she committed insider trading when two grown ass adults told her not to do it. I think that's a little bit past hard headed. I think that's just stupid. Darby said, ain't gonna happen. All right, well, can't blame me for trying. Okay, thank you, Shane. Appreciate that. But yes, LaShanta, Carly isn't hard headed. We're past hard headedness. Okay, she's been hard headed for years. We're past hard headed. We're at level stupid now. Okay, I don't know if this Carly's hard headed. Ed says yesterday with Alex, he heard Constantine, but it's clear he loves having half of. Of course he does. I think there's a good possibility. I don't see how she's going to be able to keep her job, Jonathan. Um, I think if anything, they'll sit there and give what you call it back his job. Abe. I mean, what is Abe doing at this point? Come on, what is Abe doing at this point? Yo, you two be asking like the stupidest questions. Caroline says, I love your channel. And Kyrie's, thank you. Thank you, Caroline. I appreciate that. We generally do have a good time here. We do. And things get a little kind of hectic and people wild out a little bit. And I usually have to sit there and get a little kind of serious. But for the most part, we have a general good time. So I appreciate you being here. She did, Jonathan. I don't exactly remember. Jess says, stop laughing. Is is Jess bullying me tonight? Is that what I'm reading? Jess says, stop laughing. You're reading this shit, right? Darby says, I don't care, Albert. Abe doesn't deserve his job back. Why doesn't he deserve to have his job back? I just want to make sure we're all on the same page about this. Caroline says, I hate Victor. Yeah, he's a very hateable person. But why do you hate him in particular, Caroline? Jay Blue says it's really infuriating how the writers are writing TJ. He needs to sit his. Yeah, yeah, I'm very curious about that, Jonathan. Ed says Abe kicking at home, giving support in his time. He takes his job back as mayor so Paulina can be a businesswoman again. Yeah, that business that she was doing that it was real estate, right? It's a good question. LaShanta says, do Abe want his job? Yes, that's very true, Caroline. He moves his family around like chess pieces on a board. Hell, even Victoria said the same thing. You want to ask me how satisfied are you with the post above? Then it gives me a bunch of different things. Um, Violent and disgusting, offensive, spammy, and then overly sexual or trashy. No, just not interested. And that's the thing, Jess. There's a way to talk to people. He could have sat there and um he could have went over there and just simply said, "Hey, listen, until your pregnancy ends, you think maybe you shouldn't be spending so much time with your dad, seeing how he's kind of in a foul mood." Just says, "Why are you talking to yourself?" Um, I'm not. I'm talking to y'all. What are you talking about, Jess? Lashanta says, Albert, talk about Johnny and Chanel. Um, they're boring, and I really don't care if they're on or not on. But particularly Johnny is just kind of a pointless character. He's more of a yes ma'am sort of guy. He doesn't seem like he has a lot of thought or independence to himself like he used to. Um, and I generally don't care if they're on or not. And also, I'm not exactly a fan of Chanel's 180. She was pissed off at her mom, and then the minute that EJ started saying something, she gets all super defensive. I'm like, are you kidding me? Yes, Caroline, I do remember that. She she also came back recently, as an angel to give Abe his memories back and cure Paulina because the writers are just that lazy. Krista says he's scared and full of fear. And also just oh yeah, I was also reading the text too. He's scared and full of fear. He held too much and too long and exploded. He did the same thing when he went off on Brando. Hmm, good point. Good point, Krista. Eagle fan, what's up, Albert? Katie really tried to find any reason to fight with Poppy. She has a man, right? Steffi is a total control freak, and Hope is in. Yeah, I'm not gonna read that part. But yeah, I mean, besides that last little part, yes, I agree with about all that. But just I think at this point, I just want them to start to resolve that story. Because in all reality, Jess, did you actually care about Cody and Sasha today? I mean, did you really care about Cody and Sasha today? Oh, did you even care about Jocelyn and Gio today, if we're going to be honest? Ed says, do you think TJ and Molly will make it, or do you think the Sergey storyline will break them up for a while? Probably break them up for a while. Be interesting. Yep, that's the problem, Jess. I mean, I know, yeah, Steffi does be doing too much. Yeah, I agree. Um, that's the problem when you just start throwing in a bunch of characters in because contract obligations. Johnson says, "What do you think Curtis wants to talk to Heather about?" Damn, that's a really good question. I would sit there and think Trina, but like, no, I have no idea. What do you think? Darby says, "Oh, damn, Carolyn, you old school then. Okay." Darby said, "That was a load of crap, Albert. With all the sick people in the hospital, God decided to send." Well, it wasn't just crap, Darby. It was bad writing, and it was rushed. It was definitely rushed. I mean, maybe in some ways they kind of wrote themselves into a corner. Yeah, Jonathan, we was just Sean was just there saying that. Me and him were laughing about that. It was just rush. It was just a rush story that they wrapped it up in the most pathetic way possible. Jay Blue says, um, Eagle Sands Victor Newman is getting ready to pass the reins to Adam, which is the best for business. Adam is Victor's clone. Technically, his name is Victor, and I think he changed it to Adam, right? Wasn't Adam's original name Victor? And yeah, they could have just put her on tomorrow. There was no reason to even put her on the last few minutes. And then Laura just like, I think I know what you're here for. Oh, okay, Laura. Laura with her whole I figured that much. Thank you, Lakeisha. Laura doesn't want Heather to go free. I mean, Laura doesn't want Heather to go free, but she wants the case to be reopened. Like that. Oh, Victor Adam Newman Jr. Okay. Thank you, Jonathan. And thank you, Ed. No, 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 no. Let's not. Steffi is a control freak. Okay. She is a control freak. And honestly, to tell you the truth, Liam is like the perfect person for her to be with. Tyrese Clark, the one and only. Yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but um, yeah, let's not go that far. I'm just not just saying that she is bitter and jealous. Well, just I mean, yeah, Caroline, she doesn't make any sense. Okay, um, yeah, that's exactly what I said. She's a control freak. But the thing is, Liam don't mind being controlled by Steffi, and I think that Finn is going to start to have a problem with that. Yes. Darby says, Albert, there's a way you talk to people, and Laura was talking to Alexis like she worked for Laura. There's a way you talk to people, and Laura was talking to Alexis like she worked for Laura. I didn't see that, but okay. Oh no, 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 no. No, no, no. Lashanta says before I tell you something, you listen. You listen, but at the end of the day, they don't control you. That's not how marriage works. Love, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's not how men work. Carrie says, but I can't stay. Just want to pop in for a second. Hope you're feeling better. Can tell you still. Yeah, thank you, Carrie. But I'm getting there though. I'm getting there. Well, I appreciate it though. Thank you, Carrie. Are you streaming tonight? By the way, are you live streaming tonight? I'm gonna have to sit there and check. Okay, cool. Yeah, streaming. Evidently, tell Finn about Hope and Steffi. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, but it's like, yes, yes, yeah. I definitely have been coughing all day. So yeah, no, I'm not 100%. That's why I'm not drinking right now. Because honestly, to tell you the truth, after what happened earlier, I definitely want to drink. Still kind of do, but um, I mean, when you sit there and say, when your wife tells you something, you listen. It's like, yeah, we're not going to straight up ignore you, but like, it's not a situation when your wife tells you something and snaps their fingers and you just sit there and say hi hi. No, 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 no. That's that's what we're not gonna do. So let's just get that out the way. Uh, get that straight. Yeah, Darby, and yeah, even in my reviews, I was sitting there coughing. Oof, whiskey? I don't know about whiskey. Well, of course, Jonathan, because he's not fully on his medication. And see that's another thing that people tend to keep forgetting though, Jonathan, is that he's not fully on his medication. Krista says, why does Christina get an apology saying that she always be special and Michael was told that if he didn't support Sonny's relationship with the woman who kept his identity for 6 months was dead to him. Damn, that's a really good point. Krista got a really good point. But that's what I'm saying, Jonathan. I see a lot of people that come at him sideways and just like he's not fully on medication. Darby says we're supposed to pay attention to our soul, but real men make our own decisions. I just, like I said, I sat there and I look at Lashanta's comment. I was like, it was like when your wife says something, you listen. I was like, significant others, yes. I don't know. I just when she said that, like maybe it was just the male gene in me, but I was just like, as says, is Nicole working anymore? And Eric, when is he going to go back to work? I get that he's hurt, but he needs to get his money up. Well, Ed, what he can start doing is by leaving that damn apartment. When he went back to when he went back to um when he was hanging out with Rome, and Rome was like, you need to move back in. He was like, I don't know. I'm like, bro, you can't afford that apartment. What's good, Laura B? Oh, Duane says whiskey helps with colds. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Johnson says, what do you think will happen to Valentine once he's outed? He'll probably either escape, so he'll be gone for a while, because I don't think they would actually kill him off. I don't see him maybe going to jail. I feel like that's somewhat kind of final. But no, I didn't know that. I didn't know that, Duane. Like I said, that day when I didn't do the stream, I literally slept for 11 hours. Just says Jason needs to jump Valentine. You mean 101, right? Because Jason don't need no help going after Valentine, but I get what you're saying. Ed said that was ridiculous because he was the main one getting installed about the rent. Uh, Lashantis is Albert Finn wants everyone to get along, but Finn trashed Tom to Hope. That's true. That's true. I agree with that. Krista says, why does Christina get patience and understanding, yet Jason has BFF doesn't? Why is Christina expected to forgive Sonny and forget Sonny's awful behavior, yet others who love him and call him out are traitors? Very good point. Darby says, Eric is never going to get his money up because, say it, Albert, Eric is a bum with a camera. Damn. I mean, he ain't wrong. Darby ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. Lord B says, I can't believe Katie barging in and got annoyed when Poppy nicely told her to leave. It's not exactly. She is not the lady of the manor anymore. This is what she doesn't understand. She is not the lady of the manor anymore. I'm like, what do you think this is, love? Ben is his own person. Well, you see, unfortunately, that's where it gets kind of tricky. That's where it gets kind of tricky, Tommy, because he is his own person, but he is married, right? So your wife is not your wife is your partner. So I'm not just saying, well, he's his own man, so let him do it how he wants. He doesn't have to listen to anyone. But like, I don't think that like stuff he does come across as a control freak, and she does need to sit there and knock that down a couple of pegs. So it's it's a little bit different when you're married, Tommy. Y'all both make some good points. Jay Blue and Krista. Darby says Katie was last year's news at Spencer Publications. Yeah, I'm like, Katie, you doing too much. She had this look on her face and she kept talking about, well, the concerns are about my son. Your son is in boarding school, sweetheart. Okay, he ain't here, right? So then take your ass somewhere else then. It's like she's getting all mad and flustered, and for what? You don't run shit anymore. You're not married to him. In all reality, you're being disrespectful to the person that you are dating. Then it is going to be a good one, then, Jonathan. And she is hella jealous, just like the title. I guess I should probably eat some of this. Even though for some odd reason, I kind of don't want to. Oof. I don't. You know the sad thing is, Lashanta, they I don't sit there. I don't. I'm not gonna sit there and say they're trash, but like they both got issues. Hope and Steffi got issues. That's why I don't do the whole I'm Team Hope or I'm Team Steffi. It's like they're both bad in a lot of ways. They're both bad in a lot of ways. Fuck, get me to the goddamn live chat. I don't want the live chat. I want the live chat. I would go to the live chat. Um, that's about, you know what, Darby? That's funny. Darby says Rafe is going to make his threat and Clyde will roll his eyes as usual. Hmm. And we got a new person. Sebastian says Katie has had many chances to reunite with Bill. No fair complaining about him rekindling things with Poppy. Exactly. Let's everyone welcome Sebastian into the group. See, hitting that like button really does actually help. Yeah, it's usually kind of the best way to go. For me personally, because here's the thing, Lobby. I find when you start being team one person or team the other person, you tend to be you tend to defend a lot of stuff that your favorite does wrong, and you shouldn't be. You know, I'm Team Nina. I'm Team Carly. No, I'm Team Logic. I'm gonna sit there and get both you characters smoked. The f you think this is? Yeah, Jonathan. But that's what I said. For me, it's like um I give both Hope and Steffi smoke because they both does some crappy ish in a lot of ways. Ed says I'm surprised that Merlina took one Leah as a client. Salem needs a second therapist, so Merlina don't have to treat everyone. Yep. That's how I try to look at it. That's how I try to look at it, Krista. Or says I think that's because I haven't seen both for a long time. My view isn't as colored by bias. And that's see, Lobby to see that's the same thing with that's the same thing with Young and Restless being Team Adam or Team Nick. I just judge it by how I see it. You know, I judge it from episode to episode. Queen Becky D's in the chat. What's good, love? Hope all is well with you. And that's Jonathan, Nicole's brother, right? Where's he at anyway? Did he go to jail or something? Oh, it's Tommy's Team Adam. Okay, that's nice. Oh, not good. But I'm assuming he's not in jail now, right? Oh, Johannesburg, I imagine. Okay, Dolomitics. Always a pleasure to have you, Becky. Lashanta says, "Do you think Chanel's gonna want to look leave her mom in business and have her baby?" No, I wonder how people. I wonder how people would feel if Johnny and Chanel left town. I don't personally would care, but I wonder how other people would feel. Sebastian says Hope needs to consider writing romance novels as she has quite the imagination. The way things are going with her line at Forrester, she may need a backup career. I like that. I like that. Jay Blue says, I'm gonna put this out here. One of the reasons I like Dex is that he doesn't have any family history in PC. I sense that Geo is a skeleton from somebody in PC close. We'll see. Yeah, but he's Geo is already family with the Falconeries or Brooklyn's family or something, right? Are they veteran characters? No. If um if you're talking about Johnny and Chanel, no. Yeah, I mean no, they're not. Domex says I'd be okay if Johnny and Chanel took a break. Is just want another young couple to fill that slot. Oh, I'll just yeah. Solomon was good. Oh, thank you, Ed. Geo is Lois is in Brooklyn's family. Thank you, Crystal. And Darby says a member said that Geo is Lois's son. Oh, okay. Mm, I don't think they've been going long enough, Jonathan. I don't think they've been going long enough. And honestly, to tell you the truth, how would you feel if they came back? How would you feel if they came back? How would you feel if they actually came back? Domax says maybe Claire and Theo could come back in their place if Johnny and Chanel left. As long as they wrote them good. There's a reason why I asked about that question, though, Jonathan. Because as long as they wrote them good, wasn't the chick that played Claire? She was on Gotham Knights on the CW. I never actually watched that show. Yep. Actually, yeah, she played the mentalist, unhinged version of Claire. She was damn good casting too. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I just, honestly, tell you the truth, Ed, after Batwoman got canceled, when the show was actually getting good, I was like, yeah, I'm not watching it. And plus, at that point, Ed, I knew that there was no point of view. I knew that that show was going to get canceled from jump. I knew that show was going to get canceled from jump. So I was like, I'm not even going to attempt to try to watch it. Not that it looked that great anyway, but I'm a person that can give a show a lot of leeway. I mean, I watched every season of Riverdale, so I can give a show a lot of leeway. Tommy says Summer is doing too much. Yeah, she is just too. Oof, she is too immature. Like, she really gets so triggered. And how even she said today, she was like, "Oh, any normal mom would sit there and be upset with no, no, no. Don't put other people's don't put other people's mommy status and your mommy status the same." Max said Gotham Knights seemed like it had a weird setup. I know that they seem like they tried a little bit, but like aesthetically, it didn't look that good. And thank you, Jonathan. Johnson says, I think Trip and Wendy will return after Gabby gets off prison, and the first scene we get of Wendy reuniting will be her confronting Gabby with a gun before learning about the new evidence. Huh? The thing is, like, I just want them to make them good. I want the writing to be good for Wendy. Because even when they had good story, their characters just seem so cringe and like. But thank you, Jonathan. Domex said you deserve a golden medal for making it all the way through. Yeah, honestly, tells you, Domex. The only problem with that show was like the last season. Like the last season, I think was a bit of a struggle. Though. As goofy as that show was, it actually had its highlights. Surprisingly. Well, yeah, but I mean, to be fair, Jonathan, you had Gotham that worked. Gotham somehow worked, and although Batman wasn't dead, they didn't have Batman on it, and yet that show worked. So it's a little kind of weird, though. Darby says it's not that Summer is jealous of Kyle and Claire. I think Summer is afraid that they will take Harrison from her as number one stepmom. Yeah. Tommy says I want Kyle and Claire to date. It will piss off Summer is jealous of Claire. Harrison loves Claire. Hmm, I get it. And that's how I was gonna sit there and say it did have Bruce Wayne. But he was also a kid though. I don't know. I mean, I think that probably helped, but I think the writing was a lot better. I don't know if you watched Gotham, but the writing was actually really good for that show. Let's be honest. Yeah, you had Bruce Wayne, but it was about Jim Gordon. Let's be real. Let's be real. It had a lot to do with the writing. W says, but the weird villains made Gotham great. That's true. That is actually very true. That's actually very true. The Penguin and the Riddler. As said, Gotham worked because it was an origin story for everyone to see how everyone became who they are in the future, and the writing was great. Yep. Yeah. Exactly, Jonathan. Because the writing was there, and Ed actually made some really good points too. He was. Oh, actually, tell you the truth, Jonathan. Even Catwoman was good. Kevin said, "Did Sunny buy Alamo Draft House?" I don't know. Thank you, Darby. And Alfred was also good too. Darby is 100% right. Alfred was actually really good on that show. And Sean said you're right. Everything was great. Yeah. No, they even. I mean, Sean, they even actually had a good Joker. He was so good that they couldn't even call him the Joker. They had to call him Jerome, but we knew he was Joker. Lashanta says, Albert, they're doing a 227 reboot. Oh, hell no. No, 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 no. Lashanta, are you serious? Have a good night, Jay Bloom. Yep. That's what I said. I didn't like the Penguin. I also like the Riddler too. You know what's actually weird though, Jonathan? So they did Ra's al Ghul on Gotham. They also did him on Arrow. But aesthetically, like looks wise, they did him better on Gotham. I'm just going to keep it real. Don't actually, yeah, I saw a Grace Randall stream about it. Apparently, Sony did. Oh, Kevin says I love Gotham more than Batwoman. Yeah, I can say that. I can say that. I can say that. In Batwoman's defense, it did actually go uphill, surprisingly. But Solomon says, I want to see Kyle and Summer get back together. Maybe that will make Claire jealous and go crazy. Oh, okay. Well, be drama. Now, Ed says, I want to see how Carly can still afford to live in Sunny's house. Well, she owns Kelly's, and now she's part owner of the Metro Court. So yeah, I actually think that she can now. I think she can now. But no, I can't be mad at you for that. Farmland says the Good Time reboot could have been better if it played truer to the original. Yeah, instead of what they it's I didn't watch it, but I heard it was hella offensive. I heard it was hella offensive. And I don't even know which way to take that because I did watch the original Good Times, right? But I understand, it's a reboot, so it's like I don't. Sometimes I wonder if like some people take certain things a little bit too far, though. You know, because at the end of the day, it's like you could just simply not watch it, right? Darby says the IRS is really a crap organization on GH. Domex says that one was a pleasant surprise when they were describing the change to the new Batwoman. I thought it would be corny, but it came out great. Wow. Okay. Okay. I mean, here's the thing. I was hyped for it when the crossover happened, and then they did the show, and I was just like, ugh. Like Ruby Rose was great, but it's like they tried to it's like they tried to mimic the other shows. They had their own special police force like Argus, but it was called the Crows. And I was like, are you kidding me? They got the basics wrong. I don't know why they made the suit bulletproof. The only thing that can penetrate the suit was kryptonite. I'm like, what are we doing at this point? And then it's like it's a low budget show, so it's like at least you can get the ground fighting right, and they couldn't even do that right. And let's not even forget the background drama between Ruby Rose and the show. Lashanta says I heard Bad Boys 4 is good. Check out. Yeah, I gotta watch it this weekend because it came out last. You know, it's funny. There was not one commercial about it. Like, there's not one commercial about Bad Boys, which is weird. Hell, anytime there's a new Marvel anything, you will sit there and see a plaster like there's no tomorrow. Bad Boys. Hell, I didn't even know it was actually coming out that soon until somebody in the chat told me. Yeah, no, Maddox. It was. And did you hear about the background drama between her and the CW in the studio? And she almost got seriously injured. Um, apparently she broke out because of the suit, and it's stuff that she couldn't even sit there and say when she went on Jimmy Kimmel. And she practically had to lie about why she wasn't on the show anymore. Yeah, it was bad though, Maddox. I actually wound up doing a video on that a while back. Salman says, "Yep, the reboot was clownery. The father was singing the theme song in the shower with a roach in one scene. It looked and sounded like a yeah, that's bad. That's that's bad. Oh, it's tomorrow. Okay. Oh, if I'm actually gonna get Amazon for that. I'm still watching the Acolyte, so maybe after the Acolytes I'll get Amazon and I'll watch it. Yeah, I think after because they're only doing week by week, so I'll have enough time. I'm assuming that they did that too, Dolomitics. It just I think it's the way the studio did her because it's like the studio tried to make her seem like she was the unprofessional one. She came in late, she had this diva like attitude. And then from her side, she almost got hurt. The suit made her break out. And you know, a lot of times where it's like he said, this person said, the truth is somewhere in the middle. Just an absolute mess. Like I said, season 2 and season 3 was actually good. So I'll give him that and I'll stand by that. Making a Happy Gilmore too. Wow. Hmm. You know what, Jonathan? I'm actually okay with that because they do have the other show. Um, so I'm actually okay with that. Five five solid seasons. 5 solid seasons when the show actually goes uphill. Becky says I saw a review that said Disney ruined the Acolyte. I haven't watched it. Is any good? I like it, but Becky, I feel like people are giving it bad reviews because it stars a woman of color and she may be an LGBT member. You know how it is, Becky. It's like if there's any sort of diversity, people will sit there and say it's woke. And I think that's the problem. I enjoyed it. Um, and I haven't had any problems with I haven't had any problems seeing it, watching it. Yes, exactly, Jonathan. So I'm like, that will carry on that show or that series. Monique says, "Did you see the state of mind with Steve?" No, actually, I didn't. I don't know. Oof, I don't know. But it could be good, and I could. You know what, Jonathan? If it's good, then hopefully it will surprise me. Ed says it's weird that John A.K. Jagger knew who Danny was, but didn't know who Sam. Yes. See, that's what I'm still there saying. Ed, it's inconsistencies like that. That I'm just like, the hell are they doing? Yeah, and that's the thing, Becky. I feel like some people in the Star Wars community could be really toxic, and and I know it's gonna sound like a dick, and I don't really care. You know, with a lot of Star Wars fans, I'm gonna sit there and say this right now. If the show or the movie isn't led by a straight white man, then it's woke. That's the truth. That's the truth of the matter. If it's not led by a straight white man, then it's considered woke and it's considered bad. Tommy says, "Is Daniel and Heather coming back?" That's a damn good question. Yeah, exactly, Laura B. Especially when it's just meant for diversity, people act like diversity is such a bad thing. I think it's how you write diversity. I think that's what it comes down to, Laura B. Is how you write diversity. Solomon's still not a fan of Tucker, huh? Michelle, the Kate, John gets things done. Okay, that's a really good question, Tommy. I don't know why does Mariah hate Summer? Darby says people are going to stop thinking that John is stupid. Sam and Spinelli are full of themselves, thinking they put one over on John. Well, I mean, they're going to get caught. It's more of a matter of when they're going to get caught. That's what that comes down to. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be so fun to sit there and write up a new title tonight for this. That's gonna be just fucking great. Um, it's funny, Monique. Monique says, "Isn't Jagger doing what Sonny is or did to Jason? Take advantage of a brain damaged Jason. What is Jagger doing? Using Jason for his own benefit." And that's what um Brendan said. Brendan's like, you got true zealots that thinking that they're doing the right thing and will use any means necessary to do it. Yeah, no problem. You Smith is saying that I'm going to use Jason as target to lure in Pikeman. You're going to use him as bait. You're going to use another human being as bait just to achieve justice. Susan says Mariah dislikes Summer because Kyle was in love with Summer years back and Summer didn't want to date Kyle and it hurt him. Oh, yep, there you go. I still, even though it happened a couple of days ago, I still remember. I still remember that. But oh, of course not to him, Darby. He's where is he at? I'm gonna sit there and say a guinea pig. Oh, he's not treating him like a human being. I know that much. That's exactly what Brendan said. The laptop made me bring out this damn bottle. Yeah, he's definitely badass. Hell, even Fiona Hughes um made a comment on Steve Page when he put that out there, saying that he's pretty much next John Wick. Or you don't like Audra? Why you don't like Audra, Tommy? Monique says if Jason tells Jagger about Valentine, there won't be any guarantee Jagger will let him go. Well, here's the other thing, though, Monique. After this whole thing is done, unless Diane has this in writing, Jack John can always sit there and say, "Okay, well, I need you for this now." Okay, yeah, I understand you're done with Pikeman, but I need you for this. Oh, you don't want to do that? Okay, well then Carly goes to jail. Okay, well now I just change the rules and conditions. I just change the rules. So either you're gonna do this or Carly's gonna go to jail. That's the truth of the matter. Because they still got that evidence against Carly. And Monique says, according to spoilers, John has another mission for Jason. I know Monique said Jagger, but I can't call him. I can't call him Jagger. I can't. I can't do it. Oh, okay. That's the reason to dislike Summer. I mean, there's a lot of reasons to dislike Summer, but that's a good one too, though. Darby says it's like Kate has Superman on kryptonite chains. Anytime Jason gets out of line, Kate yanks Jason's chain. It's a very creative way of putting it. Tommy says, I hate Audra. Is too much power, human, and she likes to use men like a bank transaction. Audra is out for herself. Okay, okay. I don't even know what to say to that. Okay. I love how it said it updated my damn laptop, and yet it seemed like it really updated shit. Like, what did you update exactly? But yeah, no, I can see that. I think when I look at Audra, I'm just like, you are spiteful, you are petty, you are vindictive, and when you get upset, you have the emotional range of a 16-year-old little girl. For a woman that's clearly in her mid 30s, this is pathetic. Now, Monique says, can't stand Victor using his own son to go after Jack. When will Adam learn that being a part of the Newman's family comes with conditions? Start his own company, get away from Victor and his control. See, that's the thing, though. Like, even like you look at the Newmans or whatever, and Victoria's like, I don't know if I really want to work, and or even if one of them gets fired, it's hard for me to sit there and have any sympathy for them, right? Like, if Adam's out of a job, What am I supposed to sit there and do? Oh my god, how is he gonna sit there and pay for his latte and his car and his apartment? I mean, he's gonna be out in the street. No, he's a new. He's going to be fine, right? He's going to be fine. Any one of them gets fired at any point in time, nothing is going to happen. Um, as much as I like The Young and the Restless, it's one of those shows that could be so disconnected. Like all of them are rich, right? I don't know what Phyllis money status is, but like most of them are rich. They're not going to be destitute or anything like that. Lily has a company. Billy has a company. I mean, hell, Elena is a working. Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's just a somewhat of a disconnect, though. It's like, and I think that was the thing about One Life Left is that you had different class people. Yeah, you had your rich people, but you also had your working people though too. Your blue class, your blue collar people. Hell, um, the Vega boys, they own a little diner. Now, Ed says every time the Newman kids get fired, they get another job or create a job. Exactly. So I can respect her for that. Hmm. Yeah, I get it, Dari. No, that makes sense. I mean, Tucker always talks about how she has all this businesswoman savvy and everything like that. So I'm like, show us that then. Solomon says, and the fact that Audra feels the need to satisfy Tucker's desire make her look like a fool who sleeps her way to the top. Hmm. Johnson says, I wouldn't be surprised if after Nicole leaves EJ for Eric and leaves town with Helm Sloan pops up at the Demir's mansion, whether it's the original or new actress. You, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm not opposed to Sloan. If they can fix her character, then I'd be all for it because she was desperate for way too long. So, like in my eyes, her character kind of went downhill. Or maybe it's to be a character. Maybe it's to be a time if they want to bring her back. Never sit there and say fix her. As said, Will I Live was great at showing different classes of people, and they did it well. Yeah, that's the thing about The Young and the Restless. The Young and the Restless is a bunch of rich people. Um, I mean, Liz is a nurse, and she's a head nurse now, but she's still a nurse, though. She's not rich. Johnson says maybe Sloan may try to blackmail EJ to get her out of the charges she's facing. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. That'd be a good way to get it back on the show. One thing says Adam proved that he can be successful without the Newman name even before he knew he was one who can pick their other children say the same. Nope, Tommy, they had nepotism. Yeah, no, they needed a degree. They just needed nepotism. No, to tell you the truth, does it even really matter, Tommy? Like in all reality, they're rich. They have the experience and they're rich. Salman says, why not? It's just retelling the same old story with Victor and Adam. I'm tired of the who's getting hired and fired at these companies this week. And yet people are still watching it. The ratings still show that people are watching it. Yeah, That's what I said. Johnson says I can hear Sloan saying to EJ, if I go down, you go down with me. But why would she want to come back though? See, that's another thing, Jonathan. Why would she want to come back? What reason would she have to come back? I mean, let's be honest, Jonathan. Her reason for staying at that point was paper thin at best. Okay, she had to steal somebody else's baby to keep hold of Eric. Like it just like what reason would she actually have to come back? She doesn't have any friends. I mean, I don't even count Melinda. She has no family. She doesn't really have history of being there. I mean, I guess she does, but like, there's not a lot of reason for her to sit there and stay in town. Yeah, but why come back to Salem though? Yeah, that's the thing, Jonathan. Even if she wanted to come back, why Salem? You know, her brother's in jail. Her parents are dead. She doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what other kind of family that she has. See, that's the thing. That's like Dex, right? Dex just has Jocelyn. Without Jocelyn, he doesn't really have a reason to actually, you know, stay in Port Charles. I mean, or it is it could be a third loyalty. I know it sounds weird, but Tommy said Tommy says Abby should have been with the storyline with her mother. That's a missed opportunity for Abby. Yes, true. Johnson says because AJ is the only rich person she has ammo on and could milk him for his worth. Okay, I guess. I guess. Well, if they make her character better and they have good writing, then I'll watch. I'll watch that part. I mean, that's a reason. It's kind of a strong reason. Not the strongest, but I've seen less stronger reasons to have certain characters on the show. So okay. Darby said this is Maymay's fault because she gave her family too much leeway. Even when she tried to help her ungrateful family, they kept spitting on her. What? Okay, I'm very curious about that. I'm kind of curious about that. Ungrateful? Now Solomon says, why is Mimi even stressing herself out with this company business at 90 something years old? I do feel like she is doing a lot. I do feel like she is I do feel like she is doing a lot. But I don't know about how ungrateful. Like that's where I'm a little kind of confused. What? Darby says if Mamie wanted to cause trouble, she could have gave Nate only her stock to make it more fair, and it would make Devon furious. Susan says, I think Mamie hatred for Jill is making her look evil. I think she's trouble. And gorgeous Queen Catley says, oh, I like the girl that's with Johnny on days, and I like her. I like the father-in-law. Yeah, I was talking about her earlier, and just like I didn't really understand it. I don't know. I still don't understand. And I love the guy who plays. I don't know who is. He's supposed to Eric, but he used to play another. Yes, Roman. Apparently, you're talking about Roman. Monique says Devon wants Mamie to sell her shares to prove that she's down for the family. Yeah, because she sounds like she's causing a lot of upheaval and everything. Darby says she offered to help her family, and they kept turning on her. They didn't ask for her help, though. I don't remember them sitting there asking for her help. In all reality, somebody said that maybe Devon should have just kept his own company just the way it was. Instead of merging it with Lily's company, because that's when things went sideways. The minute he did this, the minute he agreed to merge with Lily, everything went out the window. His control got cut in half, and then he brung in some other people, and it just went tits up. Yeah, sure. Referring to her as the help. I mean, for obvious reasons, that's just not a good look. Yeah, no, I totally get that. I totally get that. Darby says, "Would you help your family if you could?" Well, yeah, but again, they didn't ask for help, though. You know, when did they actually even needed help? Think about that, Darby. When did they actually needed help? I'm very curious about that because it seemed like damn, that's not me being sarcastic. That's just me asking a genuine question because it's been a while. Sean says, "Where is Kane and his kids?" by Lily on Why Not? Was that another character? Yeah. It's weird how they just write these characters off sometimes. Like, where's Elena at? Remember Elena? Remember Elena Dawson? Where's she at? Solomon says, and then Jill had the nerve. Tommy, I don't like Lily. Why you don't like Lily? Yeah, Cat Lady, bringing him back into the dark side. Have a good night, Lord B. Bringing Adam's um dark side coming back out. Oh, Jonathan, I actually remember him. That's actually kind of weird. I never watched the show, but I remember the actor. Thomas says, and then Jill had the nerve to tell Mamie to back off of Jack, father, when she had feelings for him and even paid the help. millions of dollars to leave town, and then she took that money and bought into her company, and Jill was not happy. Darby says, "Do you need permission to want to help your family even if they don't want it?" Yes, yes, you do. Yeah, you do. I mean, they didn't ask for the help. You really actually just butted your nose into business that wasn't your own. In a lot of ways, you inserted yourself into a situation that didn't require you to. Tommy says Lily's doing too much and self-righteous, and she fired generally. It hasn't yet. You know what? That I agree. That I agree, Tommy. That was very unprofessional. Yes, I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. But I'm gonna sit there and end the stream here. Try to get some rest. I'm still not exactly 100%. Still coughing like there's no tomorrow. But hopefully, in a couple of days, I actually will start to feel a lot better. Darby says, "No, Albert. No, no to what? Have a good night, Solomon. No, no to what, Darby?" And you actually said it with an exclamation point, so I'm very curious about that. Um, Thank you, Tommy. I appreciate that. And again, welcome, Tommy, into the members lounge, into the members club. when I when when I thank everyone for coming back during that whole technical difficulty bullshit that I had to sit there and deal with. Because I'm still fucking pissed off about that. But thank you all. Johnson says join us next time for another edition of Silk Chat without Bostic. Thank you. Yes, let's give him a warm welcome. We have a lot of fun in the members lounge. And yes, good night everyone. Hit that like button, Johnson says. It really does help. Thank you. Appreciate you. Darby says, can we at least agree that all of Devon's problems begin and ends with Lily? Well, we have to talk about that one. So, and we'll talk about that tomorrow then. I'm, I'm genuinely curious about that part. I can't tell if you're joking or if you're being serious. But yes, have a good night, everyone. Stay safe. Thank you, Darby. Thank you. And get some rest. Let's just start to feel a little bit better, more better tomorrow. But yes, have a good night, everyone. Stay safe, and I look forward to seeing each and every single one of y'all tomorrow. Laters.